Women have been marching for their rights for a very long time.
Hi, I'm Kelly Falcone Hall, President and CEO of the Western Reserve Historical Society. We are pleased to present Women in Politics, Empowered to Vote, Empowered to Lead, sponsored by PNC. Women in Politics started as a conversation between the League of Women Voters of Greater Cleveland and the Western Reserve Historical Society, the Center for History in Cleveland and Northeast Ohio. We talked about a project that would mark the 100th anniversary of the League of Women Voters of Greater Cleveland as an organization and the adoption of the 19th Amendment in 1920, a constitutional amendment that prohibits the government from denying the right to vote on the basis of sex. Talks grew into a much larger conversation about women and the long and complicated struggle for the vote, equality, and leadership across all sectors of society. The idea to create a temporary exhibit evolved into a lasting story about empowerment. Together, in partnership with the League of Women Voters of Greater Cleveland, we determined that the history of women's suffrage that has been told but not fully understood for all of its complexities and nuance is core to understanding and safeguarding our democracy. We decided to create an experience that would endure long after anniversary celebrations are a thing of the past. A permanent exhibit at the Western Reserve Historical Society about women, activism, empowerment, and human rights. The seeds of women's suffrage were sown in early America, and thousands of women in the Western Reserve were active locally and nationally in the anti-slavery movement. From the earliest days of the women's movement to today, from the first Women's Rights Convention on record in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848, this movement at its core is about human rights. Today, as our country continues its long and complicated struggle for equality, we present Women in Politics, a story about women, but created for all of us with the expectation that you will carry on the work, continue the fight, register to vote, run for office, recognize and celebrate the potential and individuality of people around you, eliminate bias, make your voice heard. Thank you.